This is going to be a short and sweet video. I'm taking you through 3 meals that are 1, pretty easy and quick to put together, 2, quite high protein, and then 3, which obviously is important, they are delicious. Before hopping into the video, I did just want to remind you, if you end up liking this video, please like it. And if you're watching this video and not subscribed, I would love if you subscribed if you're interested in recipe videos, full day of eatings, routine videos. I don't often say to like my videos because I just forget, and I even forget when I'm watching people's videos unless they say like the video. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start saying like the video. So if you could like the video, it does really help me out. I would also say that most of these meals are quite affordable. This first one, the steak Caesar salad, is probably the most expensive one just because steak can get a little bit pricey. If you wanted to save some money, you could buy a more fattier cut and then take off some extra fat. Or actually, I know a lot of stores will do like cut up steak bits, and those are generally cheaper. Anyway, let's get to the actual meal. So for the first dinner, I made a steak Caesar salad. To make this, I just cooked up my steak. I use a cast iron. I think this is my favorite way to eat steaks other than like grilling, but I'm not going to do all that. And then I just cut up some romaine. If you don't like romaine, or if you just want to switch it up, you could also do this with arugula. Arugula pairs very well with steak. I just did some tomatoes, and I had some onion in the fridge. I was like, you know what, let me just cut those up and add it to the steak while it's cooking. I was very excited about this and cut the steak a little bit early, but it's all right. I do prefer the brand Bolthouse. They make a Caesar dressing out of yogurt. I do prefer that one. I think it tastes basically the same, but it has less fat, so I really recommend that. If you don't like steak, you could do the salad with chicken. If you want to add some croutons or some Parmesan cheese, you can do that too. The next meal is definitely a go-to in this household. I usually make this with just broccoli, but you could do green beans if you like that. I think this meal would be really good with Brussels sprouts. Just no one else likes Brussels sprouts other than me, so I don't do that. But like the Brussels sprouts especially would soak up. Wow, just thinking about it, maybe one day I'll have to just do it and make something else for everyone else on the side. This day I did the chicken thighs, and I did it with broccoli and red bell peppers. Normally I season the chicken thighs with salt, pepper, smoked paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder, but I was out of onion powder and smoked paprika, so I used a seasoning mix that we had gotten as like a favor from actually one of our best friends' wedding. And it turned out great. It worked out well. So that kind of tells you can really season your chicken or your meat however you would like. I already mentioned, do whatever veggies you like. I wanted to really share dinners that I'm giving you the inspo, but they're all like a little bit interchangeable. Another thing that I love about this meal is that it comes together like all the other meals very quickly, but most of the time it's in the oven, so you can be cleaning up while the meal is finishing. I love that. I love when your meal's ready and the kitchen's already clean. Fantastic. Make sure anytime you're cooking any meat, but especially poultry, disinfect your counters real well. I even go in with like a double disinfectant just to be safe. Last meal I'm making are some stuffed meatballs. This is probably, you know what? They're all really easy. I was gonna say it's probably the easiest meal. Probably the chicken thighs is the easiest one, but this one's also super easy. To a bowl, I'm just adding an egg, some breadcrumbs, oregano, salt, pepper. You could also do garlic powder. I can't remember if I added garlic powder or not. And then I do 1 pound of beef. I do 93/7. You could do 80/20, 90/10, whatever you prefer. I just prefer leaner beef, but it really is up to you. And then I scoop out the meatballs, and before actually stuffing them with the cheese, hence the stuffed meatballs, I put some oil in a pan and let that heat up. I think I'm using avocado oil. You could use whatever oil you want. You could do butter if you want. But yeah, you just want to smash a little meatball, put a little piece of cheese inside, roll it up, and cook it up on the stove. A little bit of cheese might melt out as it's cooking. It is okay. You will survive. It will still be very yummy. This is easily becoming a go-to in our house too. I feel like it feels more special because it's stuffed meatballs, but it really doesn't take that much more effort. This is also another meal that you can switch up pretty easily. You could do this with ground turkey, ground chicken if you're trying to be a skinny legend. You could serve it on the side with pasta, which I've done. You could serve it on the side with orzo, which I almost did this night, but then I ended up just doing some homemade garlic bread. I'm not sure if I've ever shared me making garlic bread on my channel. It's very easy to put together. If you want to see that, I'm happy to show you. With the meatballs, I set a few aside for my son who does not like the sauce on the meatballs, and then I just added some strained tomatoes, passata. I don't know if I'm saying that exactly. I prefer to use like a strained tomatoes instead of a pasta sauce just because it's always just tomatoes and salt rather than whatever they put in pasta sauces, which I don't think I have much time to ramble, but I like to take I pay attention to the ingredients of food I'm eating. Whether or not I look at the ingredients of something and I look at the ingredients, I'm like, the ingredients aren't great, I'm still gonna eat it anyway. I like to at least be aware. I think that came from getting into like more nutrition when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, and then also before being a stay-at-home mom, I was a regulatory attorney focused on food law and policy, so I kind of saw the behind the scenes with food. But yeah, I like to look at ingredients in food. I don't even know if this part will be included. That was the 3 meals. Like I said, this was going to be a short and sweet video. My phone is ringing. I'm editing this video while finalizing this video before heading to the gym, and I guess my phone ringing distracted me because I never closed it out officially. Let me know if you like this style of video and just kind of getting the dinner meals, getting the dinner inspo, and getting out. And I hope this video is helpful, or I hope you should hang out with me. Bye.